Sa upama nagbangka-bangka, inalon nandun akula. Si Sabros nagkalawlawa, hidayang sadya halawang dila. Sa upama magbanog-banog, inalon nandun akusog. Si Sabros nagkalawlunod, hidayang sadya halawang simon. Sa upamami at ako, unong na ininangon mo, tumtumas at jaybiling ko, magbakda kita, adugain doon yan. Sa upama magbangka-bangka, inalong lang doon akula. Si Sabros nagkalawlawa, hidayang sadya halawang dila. Sa upama magbanog-banog, inalong lang dumakusog. Si Sabros nagkalawlunod, hidayang sadya halawang simon. Good icebreaker yung
Another day, another dollar. Make a Filipino wanna holler. Life in fast forward. Somebody call a doctor. But it feels so good. Putting in that time when things you do and the stars align.
You know what the song means, Val? The song goes, sa upama magbangka-bangka, inalon lando dakula. It means, what if we went boating? And what if the waves were so big? And then, si Sabros nagkalawlawa, what if the boat gets lost? So what then? What happens? And then, wag naman sana, I hope not, because you will always be on our lips. You will be remembered is what it means. Pa and I looked up the etymology of that song, and then all the while we thought that Sabros was the name of a person. Si Sabros nagkalawlawa. And then it turns out there's a book that talks about this song, among other things, culture in southern Philippines.
Right.
And it turns out that Sabros is not actually the name of a person, but the name of a boat. And this boat was supposedly, allegedly, according to this book, a big launch, big yacht that carries passengers around the Sulu archipelago to and from Borneo, Brunei, and across that strait. And the name of the boat was the letter C dash Sabros. C Sabros. And this was owned by a wealthy Chinese Filipino merchant family who lives in Siasi. And then the passengers started singing this song. So, it became a folk song.
Oh, wow.
So passengers were singing this while they were crossing that strait, going to Brunei or Borneo or to Malaysia. Akala namin Sabros was the name of a person. Si Sabros nagkalawlawa. Nawawala si Sabros ng palaan ng boat.
Very nice.
Hold up. What do we always end up arguing? But the same old thing. Hello? Tell me, are you even listening? Can you let me in? Baby, I could never understand how our conversations end up poisoning the love we make. Maybe all we need a bit of space and time, but I've been dying inside and I just need to know one thing. Are we worth the wait? Tell me, are we worth the wait? We could have been worth the way to go by now for man to make it. Are we worth the wait? Baby, are we worth the wait? Really, is it worth the wasted energy to try to make it? Oh, here we go again. I see a pattern growing. It's so unnecessary.
just like that, Chicago trip is over. Say bye to my parents. Bye, parents. Bye. Pa. Say bye, Pa.
I'm living on a jet plane.
Okay, I'll see you guys in LA. Welcome back to LA. So I really didn't introduce myself before, but if you're new to the vlog, my name is LAKAN. To my fam who's coming back, welcome back. I'm a musician, songwriter, melodic top liner in the music industry here in Los Angeles, California. So what you saw earlier, that was, the last few days of me being in Chicago. It was just kind of like a jumble of all the things that had happened during the, last few days. And now I'm back in LA. And you know what? Being in Chicago for 2 months makes me miss my parents a lot. I haven't visited them for the holidays for so long, and I just ended up staying. You know what I mean? The lucky thing about my job is that I get to go wherever I want to go and be able to take my work with me. You know what I mean? It's a pretty dope thing. So while I was in Chicago, I was still working, submitting songs and doing all that stuff. But anyway, speaking of my parents, I wanted to talk about culture today and why it's important. I think that having a diverse culture and having a diverse group of friends is super dope. That's really amazing. But it's also super important to make sure that you keep your heritage, whatever that may be, alive in your heart, because the history there is important. Whether it be a positive or a negative history, it's important to know where you come from. There's a quote from, the intro before the intro played. And that quote is from Dr. Jose Rizal, who is the national hero of the Philippines. And he said, "Ang hindi marunong lumingon sa pinanggalingan ay hindi makakarating sa paroroonan." And that means those who don't look at where they come from can't get to where they're going. I think it's important to know your roots. There was a time in my music that I denied my heritage as a Filipino. I have a very look at this face. It's a very Filipino face, okay? So I can't deny that part, but we have such a rich history as Filipinos, especially with music, because that's how we tell our stories as well. And through poetry and word, through song, just like everywhere else in the world. And I wanted to honor that heritage by naming myself the highest name in the Philippine language, or in Tagalog anyway. Lakan meaning highest king, because I wanted to be an example of strong Filipino men. Not because I think that I'm a super strong example of a Filipino man. I just think that if I try to exemplify it, then I can be that too and be something great. You can look back at where you're from, you can look back at who you are and who your people are, and not have shame, you know what I mean? Because even though some people may look at that and make you feel small because of those things, it doesn't mean that you are. So yeah, when I was in Chicago, I tried to get into as much Filipino American community gatherings and activities as I could, so that I could soak that in while I was back home, and so I can get stories from them, and so I can really re-immerse myself into Filipino culture. Not that we had a lack of that growing up, but I needed to do that. So, Ma and Pa, I know you guys are watching. Thank you so much for having me in your home. That's always a wonderful feeling, knowing that you have a home to come back to. And I miss y'all a lot. Man, this vlog thing really has turned into just me venting and ranting and stuff. But if you guys have any suggestions on what you want to hear me talk about, leave that in the comments below. If you like this video, please smash kick the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of new videos. My name is LAKAN Music. Stay blessed, stay hungry, and as always, peace, love, and music.
Tao, bye, bagyo!
Another dollar. Like a Filipino manahal. Life is just for. It's medical doctor. And again the time when things you do and the stars align.